Porsche 911 has been in continuous production for over 60 years. Same silhouette, same rear engine, same unmistakable identity. But here's what most people don't know. Every single one of them is still built largely by hand. Real hands, skilled hands, in one factory in Stuttgart, Germany. And when you see exactly how they do it, you'll never look at a 911 the same way again. Most car factories are about speed. Robots, automation, assembly lines moving as fast as mechanically possible. But the Porsche 911 factory, it operates on a completely different philosophy. One that prioritizes precision over pace and craftsmanship over convenience. What you're about to see is the complete process. From a bare steel body arriving on the factory floor, all the way to a finished 911 rolling out the door, ready to perform exactly the way Porsche promised it would. Coming up, we're going inside the Zuffenhausen factory in Stuttgart. But there's one specific stage in this build process that will genuinely surprise you. A moment where the most advanced sports car manufacturing facility in the world stops, slows down, and puts everything in human hands. We'll get there. Let's start from the beginning. Here's something worth understanding before we go any further. The Porsche 911 is not a mass-produced car. Yes, thousands are built every year. Yes, there's a factory, an assembly line, a production schedule. But the way this car gets built, it's fundamentally different from almost every other vehicle coming off a production line anywhere in the world. And that difference starts before a single component is installed. The 911 body arrives at the Zuffenhausen factory as a finished steel shell. Already shaped, already welded, already carrying the unmistakable silhouette that hasn't changed in 6 decades. But arriving here isn't the end of the body's preparation. It's the beginning of something far more rigorous. Every single body goes through a paint process that most people would consider almost obsessive in its precision. The shell gets cleaned, completely, thoroughly, without exception. Then it gets primed, painted, and clear-coated in a sequence of carefully controlled stages. Temperature in the paint booths is monitored constantly. Humidity is controlled. The thickness of every paint layer gets measured. Because here's the thing about a Porsche 911, the paint isn't just cosmetic. It's structural protection. It's the first line of defense against corrosion, against the elements, against the kind of long-term degradation that would compromise a car built to last decades. Porsche builds cars that owners keep for 20, 30 years. Some are passed down for generations. The paint has to be perfect, not just today, but 20 years from now. After painting, each body gets inspected under special lighting that reveals any imperfection invisible to the naked eye. If something isn't right, if there's a dust particle, a run in the clear coat, a variation in thickness, it gets addressed before the body moves forward. There are no acceptable imperfections at this stage. None. While the body is moving through paint and preparation, something equally important is happening in a separate part of the facility. The engine is being built. And this is where the 911's identity really lives. Because the 911 has always had its engine in the rear, not the front, like most cars, not the middle, like most sports cars. The rear. It's unconventional. It creates handling characteristics that are unlike anything else on the road, and it's been there since 1963. The flat-six engine that powers the 911 is assembled by hand. Individual technicians are assigned to specific engines. They follow a precise build sequence, installing components in a specific order, torquing fasteners to exact specifications, verifying clearances and tolerances at every stage. This isn't one worker on a moving line grabbing a part and moving on. This is a technician who builds an engine from beginning to end, who takes personal responsibility for every decision made during that build. And when that engine is finished, that technician's work goes into a real 911. A car that a real person will drive, depend on, and trust. That kind of personal accountability creates a different quality of work. It's not about moving fast, it's about getting it right. Once the painted body and the assembled engine are ready, they converge on the main assembly line. And here's where the 911 really starts becoming a car. The chassis gets its suspension components first, front and rear suspension, the geometry of which is critical to how the 911 handles. The 911's rear engine layout means the weight distribution is different from most cars, which means the suspension has to be engineered and installed with exceptional precision to make that weight distribution work in the driver's favor. Technicians install each component carefully. Suspension arms, hubs, bearings, brakes, each one installed to exact specifications, each one verified. Because here's what most people don't realize. A 911 that's been set up incorrectly at this stage won't handle correctly. Regardless of how good the engine is, regardless of how beautiful the paint is. The suspension is where performance lives. After suspension, the brake system goes in. Porsche's braking systems are among the most capable in the automotive world. Installing them correctly isn't just important for performance, it's critical for safety. Once the painted body and the assembled engine are ready, they converge on the main assembly line. And here's where the 911 really starts becoming a car. The chassis gets its suspension components first, front and rear suspension, the geometry of which is critical to how the 911 handles. The 911's rear engine layout means the weight distribution is different from most cars, which means the suspension has to be engineered and installed with exceptional precision to make that weight distribution work in the driver's favor. Technicians install each component carefully. Suspension arms, hubs, bearings, brakes, each one installed to exact specifications, each one verified. Because here's what most people don't realize. A 911 that's been set up incorrectly at this stage won't handle correctly. Regardless of how good the engine is, regardless of how beautiful the paint is. The suspension is where performance lives. After suspension, the brake system goes in. Porsche's braking systems are among the most capable in the automotive world. Installing them correctly isn't just important for performance, it's critical for safety. After the mechanical foundation is set, the interior goes in. And this is one of the stages that surprises people when they see it. The 911's interior is hand-fitted. Dashboard components, door panels, seat installations. Each one is placed, adjusted, and secured by technicians who understand exactly how it should fit and feel. There's no machine that installs a leather seat correctly. There's no robot that knows how a door panel should feel when you press it. This requires human hands and human judgment. The wiring harness, hundreds of connections that power everything from the engine management system to the climate control to the infotainment, gets routed through the car and connected carefully. Every connection verified, every circuit confirmed. The interior of a 911 has to feel, and this is the right word, inevitable. Like everything belongs exactly where it is, like nothing is an afterthought. Achieving that requires people who care about the result, working at a pace that allows them to get it right. Here it is. The moment the 911 becomes the 911. The engine, the flat-six, hand-assembled, rear-mounted heart of this car, gets installed into the body. This is a precise operation. The engine mounts have to align perfectly. The connections have to be made correctly. The geometry has to be right. Technicians guide the engine into position. They make the mechanical connections, engine mounts, drive shafts, cooling connections, fuel lines, then the electrical connections. Then verification, confirming that every connection is correct, every system is ready. When the engine goes in, something shifts in the atmosphere on the factory floor. Because now, this is a 911. It has its identity. It has its character. Everything before this moment was preparation. This is the realization. After the engine is installed and all systems are connected, every 911 gets started for the first time on the factory floor. Not on a road, not on a test track, right here in the facility. Technicians listen. They're not just checking that the engine runs. They're listening for how it runs. They're monitoring oil pressure, coolant temperature, idle characteristics. They're verifying that everything they installed is performing correctly. This first start is a diagnostic. It's a confirmation. And if anything isn't right, if there's a sound that shouldn't be there, a reading that's out of spec, a system that's not responding correctly, it gets addressed immediately, before the car moves any further. After dynamic testing, the 911 comes back into the facility for final inspection. Every surface gets examined. Every system gets verified one more time. The paint gets inspected again under specialized lighting. The interior gets checked for fit and finish. This final inspection is comprehensive. It takes time. And it's non-negotiable, because a 911 leaving this factory represents something. It represents Porsche's reputation, built over 7 decades. It represents the standard that earned them their place at the top of the sports car world. Only after passing this final inspection does the car get prepared for delivery. And now, here's what all of this actually means. What this process says about why the 911 has survived and thrived for over 60 years. Here's what this process actually tells you. The Porsche 911 has survived, not just survived, thrived, for over 60 years. While other iconic cars got discontinued, redesigned beyond recognition, or simply faded away, the 911 kept going. And the reason isn't nostalgia. It isn't clever marketing. It's this, what you just watched. A bare steel body, transformed stage by stage, through obsessive paint preparation, hand-assembled engines, precision suspension setup, careful interior fitting, and rigorous testing. Into a car that a driver will trust completely, at speed, on a road that demands everything the car has. That's not an assembly line producing a product. That's a facility producing a promise. A promise that every single decision, every torque specification, every paint thickness measurement, every test lap was made in service of one thing. Getting it exactly right. And that's why the 911 is still here. Still relevant. Still the benchmark. Because good enough was never an option in this building. If this kind of world-class manufacturing story is what you're here for, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay close. Because what's coming next on this channel is built for exactly the kind of person who watched this all the way through. Drop a comment below. Tell us which factory or iconic product you want us to go inside next. Your suggestion might just become our next video. See you inside the next one.